Okay, lovely people, let me introduce you to the new oven at Wood-Fired Ovens. This is called the Dome 60. I absolutely love it. I'm just on the finishing stages of getting that perfect little sizzle on my roast chickens. Okay, the Dome 60 is brilliant. This is a wood oven that we've just been working on, developing, and we've just launched. This is about £1,000, depending on the deal that we're doing or what kind of extras that we're doing on delivery and stuff like that. You get something that delivers on the day, on a pallet, and 4 strapping lads can get it up on the frame. You can have the logs in there, positioned in the garden, or wherever you want it on that day, fire lit. And that, I think, is fantastic. It's much more flexible, and it opens it up to a lot more people. An incredible, incredible gift. Now, as far as what this does is concerned, you can pull those coals forward, put literally a cake rack over it and cook steaks like a barbecue, right? You can be doing whole fish, sardines, wood roasted veg. You have never tasted a roast potato until you've tasted one of these bad boys from a wood oven. Absolutely incredible. Roasted chickens, you can start, literally bring the coals forward in a nice casserole pan, fry off your onions, bits and pieces, put a casserole or stew together, put a lid on top and just put it in the oven. So let me tell you a little bit about this. It's all in one piece. There's no parts, there's no construction, but the real kind of point of these ovens is you get to lose them in your property. Whether you've got a little cottage or a big house or, you know, you're an inner city urban roof or something like that. The point is you can get it, set it up, and you can kind of lose it in your garden and just see like smoke and like the kind of twinkling of fire. But the thing I like about this is it's really easy and ready and raring to go. There's a couple of people that do it cheaper than us, right? And that's fine. You'll always get people that are cheaper, but they haven't got the handmade sort of thickness here that's going to retain the heat. If you don't retain the heat, you don't get that all-encompassing, beautiful way of cooking. You have to keep feeding it with fire all the time. This, when it gets hot, it stays hot, and it gets really hot. If it's 450 degrees in there, it will probably only be about 40 degrees out here. You know, literally as hot as you could get it in there, you could have a child put their hand on here and it would never hurt them, okay? So we've got insulation, safety, and it's properly made, it's proper kit. We've got fire bricks on the bottom, and then you get the brushes and the little peels and stuff like that. You can move the fire. I always move the fire to the side. If you move the fire to the side, you've got the full depth of the oven that you can cook in. Whole sea bass, whole salmon, sardines, roasted veggies. You can have it screaming hot and cook fish and open mussels, clams. You can cook them in like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Keep turning them, get them golden and crispy and stuff like that. Or you can let it just calm down a little bit. You know, get it down to sort of 200 degrees. You can buy one of those little metal thermometers. Just have it in there to give you a nice little signpost. You know, it hasn't got knobs and buttons, but it will, you know, you can maintain the temperature because of this thickness. Once it hits about 180, 200, you can cook a beautiful roast chicken like this in there. And of course, the difference with this is, once it's done, you can hold it in the mouth of the oven like that. Friends turn up, what's for lunch, stuff like that, a couple of little drinks. Lunch is sitting there being kept warm, looking beautiful. Without doubt, cooking in a wood oven is very sexy, it's very evocative. You've got the notes of smoke, not just in the sort of air around here, but you've got smoke hitting and licking, you know, just touching the meat, the fish. If you put a stew in there, or a soup even, you know, the way that the smoke goes around it, you know, it gives you that sort of extra sort of hidden seasoning of smoke, which is incredible. The Valerani ovens are the best ovens in the world. I use them in my restaurants. They're incredible. But they are expensive, and there's nothing we can do about that. They are big, and they involve a proper construction. Whether you do it cheaply or expensive, there's no mucking about there. With this, you know, we've got the ability to really make something very affordable. Of course, it's still a luxury thing, but for about £1,000, you've got something beautiful. Also, smoke, the woods you use. It's like a kind of invisible seasoning that we've all forgotten about. You've never tasted amazing cooking. You know, just put a Dover sole in there, olive oil, salt and pepper. See what the oven does to it, because it ain't going to taste like anything you've had before. Comes out the oven, sizzling, lemon juice, incredible. For me, this is wonderful value because it's going to give you something that's going to last. It looks good, it works, it retains the heat. These ovens, for me, are about getting people to taste food with a little bit of the flavour of history, okay? Getting that beautiful dry heat, the crispiness of meats and fish and stuff like that. So I think the thing to do now is show you a few things that we can cook on it. I'm going to do some pizza, I'm going to cook a steak, and we've got our roast chicken here. We really want you to try eating food out of this oven.